All right, we got some Scream 7 news regarding Neve Campbell. Watched a couple of YouTubers craving something scary. He's mentioned it. Critical Overlord, uh, just to name a few. This is coming off a Scream rant. Neve Campbell's Scream 7 return is way more likely after new announcement. I think this is what Craven, Something Scary, and Critical Overlord were talking about in their video this past week. So let's go ahead and read some of it here. Neve Campbell didn't appear in Scream 6, but her return as Sydney in Scream 7 is more possible now after news linked to Campbell's TV future. Neve Campbell's return as Sydney Prescott in Scream 7 is way more of a possibility now that it has been announced she won't be returning to a hit TV show. Scream 6 marked the first installment in the horror franchise that didn't include Sydney, despite being the central target of Ghostface and was Craven's original Scream trilogy. Campbell's return as Sydney in Scream 4 and 2022 Scream requel. I don't think it's a requel. I think it was Scream 5 is what I call it. Was crucial for the plot. Sydney was potentially supposed to be involved in Scream 6, but a pay dispute with Paramount Pictures prevented Campbell's role uh, reprisal. This is coming from Screen Rant. With Courtney Cox the only true legacy character to appear in Scream 6, Campbell's absence was certainly felt. Still, Scream 6 mentioned where Sydney was. I'm going to pop up here. And the cast and crew supported Campbell's decision, hoping she could return in the future. Scream 7 has been confirmed with Christopher Landon, set to direct, but the cast is currently unclear. Returns from Melissa Barrera, Jenna Ortega, Mason Gooding, and Jasmine Savoya Brown as the core four are likely, but a significant focus will also be on legacy characters, especially Neve Campbell. Significant focus will also be on, I wonder if Courtney Cox is coming back. Neve Campbell may not have appeared. This is just repeating it. So I heard why Neve Campbell's return is. This is just giving a whole bunch of different topics here on it. It says unless Campbell is attached to other projects yet to be announced, the most reasonable explanation for her Lincoln lawyer absence would be a return to the Scream franchise. Campbell hasn't ultimately said goodbye to Sydney and the Scream movies, so if the studio agrees to pay her fairly, which they need to pay her fairly, she would return. Now, I heard from the sources that Craven, Something Scary, and Critical Overlord had mentioned the same thing. Is that it was more so Craven, Something Scary, from the sources he knows, is that she was going to sign on for Scream 7. I heard the same thing before Craven said something. I heard that she was getting ready to sign on, but when the two writer strikes happened, she eased back and wanted to wait and see what was going to happen or something or other. I really think she should come back, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed. But I want to wait to see when there's an actual official announcement after these strikes are over to be 100% certain that she is going to be coming back. Because with Christopher Landon directing, I've not seen any of his films. I've seen one or two Paranormal Activity films. I think one or two of them I've seen the ones that he directed. I want to see this guy do something different. I want to see, and everybody out there, I know Craven Something Scary is a big Stu fan, so am I. I want to see Neve Campbell come back as Sydney Prescott, be like the center focus of it all. And it ties back to the original film, and then knowing Stu is alive, because he was originally supposed to be in the third film, alive. So this is what I think, what I would like to see if this could happen, or if it would happen, because this will be a game changer for the Scream franchise all the way around. A returning Ghostface as a killer. I mean, come on, it's not been done before, people. I mean, let's do it, Especially, we got Neve Campbell. I mean, Sidney Prescott. One final battle, her and Stu, and she kills Stu off once and for all, and then she rides off into the sunset, and that would be even a bigger ending than what we had in Scream 3. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Lincoln Lawyer, she's not going to be on that show because I have not seen it, but I heard at the end of the second season, her character moves to another town or another state or something or what. So she's free there. But yeah, I mean, if it is true that she was signing on for Scream 7, that is awesome. I mean, I'm hoping it is true. I'm hoping that once these writer strikes are over, officially over, that we get an announcement that she is 100% back. That I mean, that's really what I go by is, you know, because you don't want to go ahead and give up all people's hopes, but to have her back for Scream 7 and the possibility to bring Stu Macher back, imagine how epic that would be in theater. All the Stu fans, I think, for me, I think my mouth would be dropped wide open. Some people might faint. They might have to have the paramedics there at the theater because people probably end up having, faint so bad where you can't wake them up. But I'm just being silly on that part. But yeah, this would be definitely epic. I mean, I am so pumped up. She is my favorite final girl of all time. Sidney Prescott is. Uh, you know, I mean, you cannot replace Neve Campbell as that character. I mean, if you even do a remake in years to come, I don't know why you would even do it. Who are you going to get to play Sidney Prescott? You can't. You can't replace Neve Campbell, guys. I mean, you can't. But yeah, I mean, if it is true that she had signed on before the writer's strike, that is awesome. But I'm waiting for an actual confirmation after the strikes are over with to know for 100% sure. Like as for a couple of the guys I mentioned before with their sources and stuff too, that is awesome. But I mean, I'd say let's just wait to find out for sure when it's officially announced. That's how I mean, that's the thing I go by a lot because, you don't want to go ahead and spread, oh, she's back, she's back, she's back. And we find out say she's not. But I have a strong feeling that she's coming back. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. She was supposed to be in 6, but they, didn't give her the right pay. And she's the face of, the franchise. Maybe some people might argue with me. I mean, but, Scream 6 was good. And, she was mentioned in the movie. She wasn't there, but she was mentioned in the movie. But the movie was awesome. I mean, it was the first one without her. It was still awesome. It was still mind blowing. I mean, I loved it. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts? You guys think she's coming back? I mean, I think she is. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm going to cross my fingers right now, like that. I think she's coming back. So, I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. Christopher Landon, like I said, I have big hypes for him, man. I mean, I think this might be the best Scream movie since maybe the original trilogy. I mean, the way it's probably going to go down. I hope they bring back Kirby. I mean, I really do. I mean, I love that character. That was one of the best things about Scream 4. I wasn't a big Scream 4 fan, but, you got Kirby and then you had Judy Hicks. I love Judy Hicks in Scream 4, but what they did for her in Scream 5, they made her more into a serious character. She was more like the funny, goofy, silly character in Scream 4, which I loved, man. But yeah. But anyways, man. I mean, she's got to be back. I mean, there's no question about it. But other than that, that's it for today. Take care, guys, and see you guys in the next video.